students. In the last video we have seen definition of set and types of set. Now in this video we are going to study operations on sets. The first operation is a complement of a set. So consider a set A and every set is subset of universal set. So let X be universal set. So A is a subset of universal set. Now this A complement is denoted by A dash or A, and here we write C for complement. So A complement is a set of all elements X such that that element belongs to universal set and it does not belong to set A. Okay, so all the elements of universal set which are not in A, that is A complement. Let's take one example. So let X be say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let set A be 2, 4, 7, 8. Now to write A complement, we have to write all elements of X which are not in A. Consider 1 is element of X but it is not in A, so this condition is satisfied. So 1 belongs to A complement. Now if we take 2 belongs to A, so this condition is not satisfied. So 2 does not belong to A complement. Now 3 belongs to X and 3 does not belong to A, so 3 satisfies the condition. So 3 is element of A complement. Again 4 is element of A, so 4 does not belong to A complement. 5 and 6 they both belong to X and they both do not belong to A, so 5 and 6 they belong to A complement. Now 7 and 8 are members of A, so 7 and 8 they can't be member of A dash. So basically A dash is X minus A, simple definition. So just subtract all elements of A from X. So 2, 4, 7, 8. Write elements of X other than 2, 4, 7, 8. 1, 3, 5, 6. So this is A complement. So A complement is basically X minus A. Now if we represent A complement by Venn diagram, see, universal set is always represented by a rectangle. So this is our universal set. So all the sets under consideration are subsets of this universal set X or U. Now if A is a subset of this universal set, so this is set A and it is represented by a circle here. Then let's represent A complement. So A complement is X minus A. So A complement is all part of X which is not in A. So this shaded portion is A complement. So A complement is represented by these lines. So A complement is the shaded portion, and you can see that A complement is this rectangle and this circle is not there. So A complement is basically X minus A. So if we consider properties of complement, you can see that A complement is A, because if we try to write down complement of this A complement, then we don't have to write 1, 3, 5 and 6. We have to write the remaining elements, and those are 2, 4, 7 and 8, which is nothing but set A. So complement of a complement is that set itself. So first property of complement is complement of a complement is that set itself. That is first property. If we want to write down X complement, so X complement will be X minus X. So it does not contain any element. That means it is empty set. So X complement is phi. And if we take phi complement, then phi complement is X minus phi. X minus phi, so phi does not contain any element. So X minus phi is X. So this is complement. So complement is the part which is not in A, part of X which is not in A. So that is A complement. So this is first operation on sets. Second operation is union of two sets. So let's consider now two sets. Union of two sets. If we have two sets, say A and B, then their union is represented by A union B, A U B, and we read it as A union B. So A union B is a set of all elements X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. So if either of the condition is satisfied, then those elements are member of A union B. For example, if I take A equal to say A, B, D, E, F, G, and set B is equal to say C, D, E, H, I, Z, then A union B, see, X belongs to A. That means we have to write all members of A and all members of B. So first let's write members of A. So A, B, D, E, F, G. So these elements, they satisfy first condition, X belongs to A. Now we have to write elements of B. So let's write down C, D, E, H, I, Z. So next is C, D, but we already have written D, so we don't have to write D again. So whenever we write elements of set, we have to write that element only once. So D is already there. Then again E, for E also, E is already written here. So we have to write H, I, Z. So you can write elements of set in any order. So if we want like this, A, B, C, D, E, I have written C first now, E, F, G, H, I, Z. So this is A union B. So A union B is big set which contains elements of A as well as elements of B and elements of both the sets. Here D and E are elements of both the sets. So they are also members of A union B. So A union B is elements of A or elements of B. Okay. Now if we want to represent A union B by Venn diagram, so first let's draw rectangle for universal set. So this is our universal set. Now let this be circle A. So and this is set B. So now to represent A union B. A union B is elements of A. Let's take first of all elements of A. So these are elements of A. Now let's shade circle B. So circle B with the same type of shading because we are taking union. So A union B is the shaded portion. See here, A union B, we have to take elements of A and elements of B both, and elements of both the sets also. So this is A union B. Let's study properties of A union B, but before that let's study one more operation on set, which is intersection, and afterwards we will be studying properties of both union and intersection together. So intersection of two sets. Now if A and B are two sets, then their intersection is denoted by this symbol, inverted U. So A intersection B. So we read it as A intersection B. So first of all, let's write the definition. A intersection B is all elements X such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. See, the word written here is very important. In union, it is or. Or means if either of the condition is satisfied, the element is member of A union B. Here it is and. That means both the conditions should be satisfied. So those elements which belongs to A and which belong to B, we have to consider those elements. So that means what? A intersection B is a set of common elements of A and B. So let's take the same sets A and B. So in that case, A intersection B is common elements, and common elements are D and E. So here A intersection B is D and E. You can see here that A intersection B is common element. So A intersection B is subset of both A and B. So if we want to draw Venn diagram for intersection, then A intersection B, if this circle represents set A and this circle represents set B and this rectangle represents set X, universal set, then A intersection B is common portion of A and B. You can see this part, it lies in circle A as well as in circle B. So this portion is A intersection B. So A intersection B is common portion of A and B. Okay. So you can see here that let's now study the properties of intersection, union and complement together. So properties of this union and intersection. First property is commutative property. Commutativity means what? 2 plus 5 is same as 5 plus 2. So if we interchange the terms, still we get the same thing. That is known as commutative property. So commutative property for union is A union B is same as B union A. For A union B, we have to write elements of B and then elements of B. Only thing we have to consider is the element should not be repeated. And for B union A, first we have to write elements of B and then elements of A, again without repeating the elements. But here, while writing A union B or B union A, the sequence or the order does not matter. So that's why A union B and B union A both are same. Or you can see by the diagram also. A union B is this shading. For B union A, we have to start with B and again we have to shade A like that only. So we get the same shading. So A union B and B union A are same. Similarly, this is true for intersection also. A intersection B is same as B intersection A. So this is known as commutative property. Second property is associative property. Associative property means if we write say 3 plus 5 plus 4, it is same as 3 plus 5 plus 4. So what is the difference here? The difference is here I have put bracket for 3 plus 5. That means we are adding 3 and 5 first and then we are adding 4 to it. And here the bracket is for 5 plus 4. That means first of all we have to add 5 and 4 and then we have to add this sum to 3. And still we get the same thing. So the bracket changes here. So associative property holds good for union also. A union B union C. See here the operation is same. Both these operations are union only. So A union B union C is, first of all we have to write union of B and C. And now change the bracket. It is A union B union C. So first we have to write down A union B and then A union B union C. So this change of bracket does not change the meaning. Still we get the same thing. So that is known as associative property. Associative property for intersection is A intersection B intersection C is same as A intersection B intersection C. So this is associative property. Now the third property is you can see A union phi. So what is A union phi? A union phi means what? First we have to write all elements of A and then elements of phi means empty set. So we are not going to write any elements. So the elements which are there are elements of A only. So A union phi is A. If we want to write down A intersection phi, then what happens? A intersection phi is common elements of A and empty set. But empty set does not contain any element. So their common elements are empty set only. So A intersection phi is phi. Common elements of A and empty set is empty set. If we want to write, here it is A union phi. Now let's take A union universal set. What happens if we take A union universal set? Now here I have written universal set as U. You can take it as X also. So here first of all we have to write elements of A and then elements of universal set. But while writing the universal set only, we are writing elements of A and we are getting universal set only. So this is universal set. And if we take A intersection universal set, then A is subset of universal set. So the common elements are A only. So A intersection universal set is A. The next one is if we take A union A complement. Let's study this. Let's draw Venn diagram. By Venn diagram, let's study this. So if this is set A, then A complement is this remaining part. So this is the part of rectangle other than the circle. Now A union A dash. So we have to take circle A and A dash means the shaded portion. So we get the rectangle. So this circle and the rectangle without the circle. So together give us the full rectangle. So A union A dash is universal set, either denoted by X or U. Anything will do. So A union A dash is X. A intersection A dash. So what is A intersection A dash? Common elements of A and shaded portion. So as it is complement, it is X minus A. So A dash does not contain any element of A. So A and A dash, they don't have any common elements. So A intersection A dash is phi. So common elements of A and A dash are phi. So that is property number 5. Now property number 6 is if A is subset of B, what happens? If A is subset of B, then we want to find out what is A union B and what is A intersection B. Now what happens if A is subset of B? See here, if A is subset of B, this is the diagram. See, A is subset of B. Now if I want to take A union B, so for A union B, first of all I have to shade A. So this is shading of A. I have to shade B also with the same type of shading. So this is B. So while shading B, A also gets shaded. So we get the full circle B here. So A union B is B if A is subset of B. And what is A intersection B? A intersection B is common portion of A and B. But as A is contained in B, common portion of A and B is A itself. See, B contains A. Therefore, common portion of A and B is A. So if A is subset of B, in that case, their union is the bigger set and their intersection is the smaller one. So this is property number 6. The next property is, you can see here A is subset of A union B. It's really very logical thing. A is subset of A union B because while writing A union B, we first write elements of A and then elements of B. So similarly, B is also subset of A union B. Similarly, A intersection B is a subset of A. A intersection B is common elements of A and B. So these are elements of A also. That's why A intersection B is subset of A and A intersection B is subset of B as well. So A intersection B is subset of A and B both. So these are properties of union and intersection. But the most important properties are 9 and 10. This one is known as distributive property. Distributive property. So what is distributive property? Basically distributive property is A into B plus C is A into B plus A into C. This is distributivity of multiplication over addition. So we are using the same thing here. See here the operations are different. So in distributivity the operations are different. So I have started with A intersection B union C. This is A into B plus A into C. Similarly this is A intersection B, A intersection B, then write union A intersection C. So this is known as left distributive property. And if we write union first, then here we have to write intersection. So in this case it is A union B intersection A union C. So this is known as distributive property. And we have De Morgan's laws. De Morgan's laws. De Morgan is a mathematician. So based on his name, these laws are known as De Morgan's laws. So De Morgan's laws are A union B bracket dash is A dash intersection B dash. So the property says we have to write complement of both the sets and we have to change this sign. Instead of no union, it is intersection. And if it is A intersection B, then we have to write complement of both the sets and we have to interchange union and intersection. So now replace this intersection by union. So it is A dash union B dash. So we are not writing the proofs, just we are following the these properties, the distributive property and De Morgan's laws. You can verify those properties using Venn diagram. So let's verify the first one. Second one is your homework. So the verification is that we have to draw left side and right side. So let first of all shade this left hand side and here it is right hand side. So for left hand side what we want to shade is A union B bracket dash. So first of all let's take A and B. So let these circles be sets A and set B. Now first of all let's take A union B. First of all we have to complete the bracket. So A union B is set A and set B together. So I have drawn an outline for A union B. So this portion is A union B. Now we want A union B complement. So the part of the rectangle other than this shaded region or outlined region. So the part other than the outlined region is here. I have drawn the vertical lines. So this is A union B. So A union B is represented by these vertical lines. Now for the second one, for the right hand side, it is A dash intersection B dash. So let this be circle A and this is circle B. Now first of all we have to draw A dash. A dash means the part of the rectangle other than A. So let's denote A dash by vertical lines. So consider only circle A and shade the part of rectangle other than A. So this is A dash. So A dash is denoted by vertical lines. Now let's draw B dash by horizontal line and let it be in red color. So this is B dash. So for B dash we have to consider circle B. Okay, this is circle B. Now shade the portion of the rectangle other than this circle B. So this is B dash. See, I am not shading the part of B now. So considering the circle B, we have to write the remaining part of the rectangle other than B. So this is B dash. Now what we want is intersection. Intersection means common portion. Common portion of A dash and B dash. So it should contain both the lines. So red lines as well as black lines. That means basically there are small squares. So you can see here in this portion other than this. So we have these small squares. So you can see Both the shaded portions are same in left hand side and right hand side. So this is verification. So we can verify these laws by Venn diagram. So we can verify the other laws also using Venn diagram. Let's solve one question based on this verification. So sets A, B and X are given and the question is verify De Morgan's laws using this A, B and X. So first of all state De Morgan's laws. So statement is written here. So I am not writing it again. So let's use this statement. So to verify the first law, what we want to write is A union B first and then complement of that. So first let's write down A union B. So what is A union B? First of all, A union B is we have to write all elements of B and all elements of B, all elements of A and B both, but writing the element only once. So A contains 1, 2, 3, 4. Now B has 3, 4, 5, 6, but 3, 4 is already written here. So we have to write only 5 and 6. So this is A union B. Now the left part is complement of it. A union B complement. So we have to write elements of X now. So X is this set 1 to 10 and we want to write down now elements of X which are not members of A union B. So write down all the elements of X other than A union B. So 1 to 6 is already written here. So the remaining elements are 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this is A union B bracket dash. Now for right hand side, it is A dash intersection B dash. So first let's write down A dash. A dash is the elements of X other than elements of A. So 1, 2, 3, 4 should not be there as they are members of A. Write down the remaining elements. So those are 5 to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's write down B dash. Now B has the element 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to write down elements of X other than 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2 and after that start with 7 up to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the right hand side. Right hand side is A dash intersection B dash. That is common elements of A dash and B dash. So common elements of A dash and B dash are 7, 8, 9 and 10. So left part is 7, 8, 9, 10 and right is also 7, 8, 9, 10. Therefore the conclusion is A union B bracket dash is A dash intersection B dash. Now for the second one, first of all we have to write down, for the second law, first write down A intersection B. So first of all always think about the meaning. So once you get the meaning, you can easily write down the sets. So A intersection B, intersection means common elements of A and B. So which are those elements? 3 and 4. You can see 3, 4 they both belong to A and B both. So A intersection B is set 3, 4. Now the left part is complement of it. A intersection B bracket dash. So we have to write elements from 1 to 10 other than 3 and 4. So 1, 2. Now we don't have to write down 3 and 4. The next is 5 up to 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is A intersection B bracket dash. Now for right hand side is A dash union B dash. So we have already written A dash and B dash. So I am not writing down those sets again. So these are A dash and B dash. So union means we have to write all elements only once. So A dash and B dash. So let's write down in order. So 1, 2. Then next one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So those are here also. So we don't have to repeat the elements. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see both the sets are same. Therefore A intersection B bracket dash is A dash union B dash. So this is verification of De Morgan's laws using this example. So you can solve such type of questions now. So your today's homework is solve question number 5 from exercise 5.1. Okay. So there are, I think there are 6 questions. So solve 6 questions 1 to 6. Okay. In the next one we will be solving the remaining question. So thank you. See you in the next video.